Hey, it's Mike Brennan, and we're doing another one of our MITechTV segments. And we had some good news that came out. I believe it was last week that Astemo, Japanese auto manufacturer, parts and whatnot, is building a regional headquarters, $95 million project. And we have a senior vice president from Astemo, John Nunneley, who's going to walk us through how that's all going to play out, what that means for their area. And I'm assuming there'll be a few people hired to staff it up, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it was announced last week in Japan by the governor that we've selected Michigan for our new regional headquarters and regional technical center facility. We currently have our technical center in Farmington Hills, Michigan, and we're moving the headquarters functions from Harrodsburg, Kentucky into Michigan and combining them into one facility in Wixom.
Yeah.
So what's going to be on tap there? What kind of functions will be based there? And I understand there will be some new job hires.
Yeah, right. So the technical center will have all of our engineering functions. Our focus is on autonomous driving and ADAS technologies,
Mm.
electrical vehicles, and smart chassis technologies. And all three of those will have engineering functions in the technical center in Michigan. But where the large growth is coming up that drove the need for a new, larger technical center is in the autonomous driving and ADAS and the software development that goes with that. And we'll be adding about 200 people in the next few years in this facility, and 75% of those will be in the engineering fields.
Yeah, I've done your autonomous driving track at the Farmington facility a couple of years ago. I know that's a big push for you. But let me play the devil's advocate. It seems to not be as hot as it once was. It seems to have cooled off a bit. Do you agree, or just everything is just sort of sub rosa or something?
I think there's a lot of autonomous development going on still. Um, Cars currently are going, are heavily level 2 plus, moving into level 3 autonomy. And these features are going to continue to get more advanced and take over more and more. Is there as much demand for level 5 with no steering wheel and no accelerator? Maybe not as much as we were talking about 5, 10 years ago. But the autonomous and safety technologies are still being developed, still improving, and still being implemented in vehicles every year.
Yeah, I know I rented a car last weekend and it was the absolute cheapest rent a car I could get. It was a little bitty Nissan and it had lane keeping technology and collision warning and automatic braking and all of that stuff on it. And I would imagine it wasn't particularly well equipped. So if even a sort of stripped down economy car has that stuff, it's spreading out to virtually all vehicles within a few years, I would imagine.
Right, and the Taylor trailer towing and the trailer hookup and all of the different autonomous features that just make it easier for people to drive and safer for people to drive are continuing to grow and will continue to be implemented. And some of them will become mandated over time, I believe, too.
Let's talk about your Wixom campus. Let- I read the story, and it seems like you're. I don't know if you've broken ground there or you just bought the property, but where does it all stand right now?
So right now we're in the architecture engineering phase for the facility. So we're doing the detailed design work, and then we'll go through permitting and all that work over the winter. We hope to break ground in the spring, and it'll be probably a 20-month construction period with a opening date in the fall of 2027 for that facility,
Huh? Yeah.
as
Yeah.
long as everything goes on schedule.
So it's a pretty sizable campus, right? Multiple acreage. And tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about the
so
lab spaces and testing facilities that are going to be there.
right. So the facility will be about 180,000 square feet with about two-thirds of that office space and one-third of it lab space. We'll have labs from EMC labs, electronics labs, suspension, braking test labs. Um, we'll also have engine dynos and electrical motor dynamometers for performance testing and development inside the facility, but it'll be on a campus of about 26 acres. And there will be two testing tracks, one handling track with roundabouts and things for a lot of the autonomous vehicle testing, and then a straightway with um, suspension profile roads and brake hills and some low mu surfaces for brake testing for our smart chassis products. Also out by the testing tracks will be another testing facility that'll have test garages and lifts and things to do vehicle development work right out by the tracks with a viewing platform. So when we bring customers and suppliers out, they can work right out of the testing facility by the test tracks.
This may be the first time. I know you changed your name to Astemo, it wasn't before. So this may be the first time that people have heard of Astemo. Why don't you explain what you do and what products you make? I mean, we got a general idea, but I mean, be real specific about what it is you guys do.
Yeah, so Astemo is the combination of four large Japanese suppliers.
Mhm.
So we merged Hitachi, Automotive Systems, Keihin, Showa, and Nissan into one company called Astemo. And it does everything from electric vehicle components like inverters, motors, battery controllers, to control units and ADAS sensing units and the software for all these systems. It also still does the ICE components. We do ICE control units, transmission control units, fuel systems, air systems, valve timing systems, and all the traditional ICE products. On the chassis side, we do suspension, um, both controlled suspension and passive suspension. We do braking, the foundation braking and actuation. We do steering, power steering. And our new area that we're going into is more of what we're calling an Internet of Vehicle, which will combine all of these technologies together that are on vehicle with the information and communications off vehicle. So we're moving from a standard component supplier to a system supplier to really what we're calling a tier 0.5 supplier to control everything from off vehicle intelligence, on vehicle systems and components.
And
So,
then you
so
work, I'm sorry, just to clarify further, you work with which OEMs then?
We work with almost every OEM. Our largest customer is currently Honda, followed by Ford, Nissan, GM are the next three. But we work with almost every OEM globally.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, Matt. Go ahead.
no, that's okay. I just wanted to know what was it that prompted the company to select Michigan in general and Wixom in particular for this new project? I know there's a lot of states out there throwing a lot of money at potential plants like this.
Yeah, so there's a number of reasons that we selected Michigan. One is our current technical center is in Farmington Hills, Michigan, so it's where a lot of our current employees live. Also, the our big customers have technical centers very close to, in Southeast Michigan. Nissan, Ford, GM, Toyota, all have technical centers in the area, and they're all major customers of ours. And then also the availability of resources and the both, globally known research institutions as well as really good regional colleges in the area. So the availability of engineering resources and the location close to the customers, close to other suppliers, drove us to select Michigan, Southeast Michigan, as our regional headquarters.
Okay. And if folks want to reach out to get more information about, and thank you for correcting my pronunciation, Astemo, how do they do that?
We have our webs where we have websites. We're on LinkedIn. We're on all of the social media sites. So just search Astemo and Astemo.com to get more information.